Yep, Shedeur Sanders, we all know he went to the Browns. But I just still, like I say, this is the Hood News Radio. This is the home of fuck your feelings. Let's talk about logic. See, I'm more mad about the content creators and the ESPN commentators and the people who lied to y'all. Y'all have to understand, man, this is the NFL, not college. First round prototype quarterbacks, man, they be 6'5", running 4.4s, but we have gotten used to. We were sitting here saying, I want to see a 6'2", 5'flat", non-mobile, decent arm go first round just because he's Deion's son. See, Shedeur is a person who never had to compete for his position. He never had to test out for his position. He never had to do any of that. In the NFL, you're going to have to do that, bro. You're going to have to test out for this position. I ain't just putting you here because we like you. Nah, I ain't just putting you here because you 6'2" and run a 5 flat or 4'9" or 4'8". Nah, that ain't how this shit go. College, high school, we get it. That shit can go because you can systematic. But up here, they want the best for their system. See, if it was Deion up here in their system, it'd be cool. Just like with Bronny going to the Lakers, we get it. You know what I'm saying? It makes sense. But this ain't no Deion picking this man. See, Deion been picking that man so he understands his system. I don't need you to run no 4.7 and 4.4 and be the best right now. I just need, most important for a young mind is I need you to be able to understand my system and be coachable. That is Shedeur's, what he has his perk. Other than that, he's not fast, he's not tall, he doesn't have a cannon of an arm, his release ain't the quickest. He's not that. That's what we're saying. Not saying he's not a great player. So all we can see is his performance. We waited to watch his performance. That's all we could do is say, okay, he's pretty good and he's decent. I see what he has to work on if he's going to be in the NFL. We all understood that. But Travis Hunter, we didn't have to see any of that. We knew he is him. This is why Antonio Gates got drafted and never played football. Antonio Gates came to college with me, played football. Never seen a lick on the field. But he is a phenom tight end. You seen the nigga jump out the gym. What is all the perks for a tight end? Jump out the gym, kind of tall. He's 6'4", you know what I mean? Can move, run fast, can block, strong. Man, they ain't never had to see this nigga play football. With drafted. Hall of Fame tight end. Do y'all understand how this shit go? That's what first rounders are like. But we wanted to see a 6'2" person who played for Colorado, lost 5 games. I'm not having nothing. See, this is another thing. I don't want y'all to think I have something against Shedeur. I break down the logic because y'all feelings just overtake everything. It's all, and y'all feelings get so bad, it turns into racism. He's not getting picked because he's black. And did you see Travis Hunter fall down the ladder? No, he don't need his father for nothing. He is him. He is a prototype at that position. 6'2" with crazy body control, running 4.4 to 4.3 par. Come on, cuz. Strong, got a 40-something inch vertical. Come on, cuz. We ain't even gotta see him play. That's what first rounders look like. But nigga, this draft, man, y'all wanted to see a 6'2", 30-inch vertical, no athletic ability for real, just a good kid. I'm not knocking him. If he was my kid, I'm gonna tell him the same thing. And I understand why Deion got him in. That's my child. I'm getting into the league. Fuck all that. Any 5-star quarterback, 4-star quarterback come to Colorado, they wasn't gonna play. You know what I mean? Think about it. I got my son. I don't give a fuck if you run faster than him, throw faster than him, or anything else faster than him. Nigga, he knows my system. And that's what was important at that time. But in the NFL, I ain't about knowing my system. All these niggas got to learn the system. Now I need the fastest, the strongest, the quickest release per people who played big time people and not lost. I know y'all getting mad at Dart. Nigga, he beat Georgia. Quick release, can move, ran for lots of touchdowns. That means he can move and get out that pocket. See, in the NFL, you're going to be 6'2", bro. These old linemen be like 6'6", my boy. Probably the smallest be like 6'4". You might have a couple, but you're gonna have to get outside that pocket. You're gonna have to move, get in the pocket, stay in the pocket. If you can't see, you're gonna have to roll out, bro, like Russell Wilson's and Kyler Murray's, my boy. And you don't show that you can do that very good. You're gonna have to have a quick release. You don't show that. So when they ask you to work out, like, look, bro, we didn't see no quick release. The shit that we're looking for our program, not what Deion looking for, but the shit we looking for our system. I'm gonna need you to grade out and test on that. Not just you get handed that. No, there ain't no Deion here. Your fans ain't gonna get you. Bro, you better test out. So at the end of the day, we here. We got the Browns. He's gonna have to prove himself like Tom Brady, man. There was nothing you can look at Tom Brady and say, oh, he's gonna be the GOAT. No, that's not how, when you gotta spend millions of dollars on a nigga, that's what they looking for. Like, what has he got that's good, you know? At the end of the day, Tom Brady was at least 6'4", 6'3". A little bit. You know what I mean? But he had to prove himself. That's why he didn't get drafted. And he played at U of M. He didn't play at no Colorado Jackson State. And he beat big teams. Who did Shedeur beat? Nothing against him. I love him. Man, I wish that was my son. Good kid. I love that boy. You feel me? But I got to give y'all the logic, man. It's the real over here. Y'all got to stop doing this. I don't know why. We having a missing void in the internet of realism, logicalness. We love the kid. You feel me? You can't. Y'all making up all these reasons. He slipped down for this. Did you see Travis slip down? He just like Deion's son, just as well. You can't slip down him. Not in the first to third round. Only way you go down there if you not him. Now you in the rounds of perks. You in the rounds of I got you, my boy. You need who? Okay, I got you. Now we can. But them first 3 rounds, them bitches is important. I don't give a fuck about none of that. You my homie and shit like that. Man, we getting studs. I need a Cam Newton 6'5". I need a Peyton Manning 6'6". I need a nigga with a rocking arm. I need a Josh Allen. Do you get what I'm saying? And if you ain't gonna be a Josh Allen, show me you could beat teams. And you having I never seen no arm like this. Oh my God, the zip. You know what a strong release is? A strong arm. It's when they barely throw that bitch and they go far as hell. Not that I gotta wind it way up like Tim Tebow. I just flick that bitch gone. That's what they look for in top in 1 and 2 picks, man. Y'all couldn't expect that. I'm more mad at the people hyping it up because y'all listen to everybody. Y'all don't understand they just do this shit for the money. They want to make something. It's called making content, bro. And they make it for they can have something to talk about and you goofies believe it. But the problem is y'all believe it. Oh, he said it. Mel Kiper said it. Man, ain't nobody. Man, y'all don't use y'all common sense. You in the world, you have to use your common sense because everything is content. You have to think for yourself, but we have nothing against him. Now, like I say, I can't wait to see Travis Hunter. He is him. Them top picks, you have niggas like at Tennessee, the receiver, 6'4", running a 4.3 40, still on the board in 4th round, and y'all worried about Shedeur? Nah, man. There's people we gotta get out here, bro. This was an O lineman, D lineman draft. You know what I mean? And there's a lot of things that y'all don't understand. Y'all just think about emotional. Nigga, logically, he just not him. He's the son of him. That him put him where he need to be. And he got his kids there. That's why I give respect to that. You know what I mean? But you can't pass down. Ain't nobody getting in the group. Let's not pick him up. You can't do that to the hymns, bro. That's just what it is. The top draft picks we talking about, you can't do that. You're going to hurt yourself. You're going to cheat your damn self. They don't feel like, no one team, they feel like they're going to cheat themselves. You know what I mean? Y'all talking about he's behind the nigga who played on the Oregon. You know what I mean? So it's gonna be hard. He's gonna have to prove himself. It's just like that's how the NFL works. This ain't the NBA. You just get perks from the first round and second round. At the end of the day, bro, you gonna have to work. You gonna have to play for your position. You know what I mean? I'm glad you got picked up. I'm glad Deion did his thing. He got his boys as a father. It's about that. I'm getting my boys out here. I don't give a fuck if he run a 5 flat and he ain't whoop whoop whoop. Like I'm about to coach, and I think that's where he went wrong with his first son, Deion Sanders Jr. He was a decent tailback, but if he would have coached, that's why he ain't drafted, because he was just decent. And that's the thing. My dad ain't gonna just let me get the ball and give me the ball 40 times. He get the ball when that man tell him to, and that's why we don't hear the real Deion Sanders Jr. That's why he's a cameraman now. You know what I'm saying? But he was just as good. But let him been on that team. Check this out. Let him been on Colorado's team with them kids. And y'all know he'll be drafted, nigga. Whether it's 5th, 6th round or 1st, whatever, he had to do it. If he might have the ability, like Travis Hunter, and run a 4.3, 4.4, nigga, crazy, juke, strong, and all that, and he'll go 1st round. But he might be a Shedeur Sanders, where he's 6'2", undersized, slow, you know. But he's a great listener. He's accurate. He listens to his father, and that's not gonna work in the NFL. You understand what I'm saying? That's all. Stop making everything logic. The boy's out there. He about to get it in. I'm proud of him, but I give you the real, not that bullshit to make people feel right or people like me. That's not why people come to my page. They come to that shit for the real, dog. The logic. But just tell me what you think. This Hood News Radio, I gave you the fucking real of how this goes. Good luck, Shedeur. Good luck, Travis. That's him. Good luck, Travis, and good luck, Shiloh. This Hood News Radio. Cheerio.